DR Delicacy. Welcome to our warehouse here in Houston. We're having a cooking demo with Chef Alvin Schultz, who is a private chef here in Houston and a longtime friend and supporter of DR Delicacy. So we washed our hands, we did all the sanitation, and we're gonna stay
6 feet apart.
Yeah. Yes, sir. New York.
Great.
It's all yours.
Diane, thanks for having me. Internet, nice to meet you all through the power of YouTube. What we're going to make today is a really delicious, super simple pasta dish. We're going to feature some of the frozen ravioli that we have here at DR Delicacy. Crème Fraîche from Vermont, really fancy French butter, beautiful Kaluga caviar, and a little bit of smoked salt.
So I've selected for you, we had a little discussion, Alvin and I, and we actually selected the Kaluga Black, which is originated from Asia, and very big pearl, pops in the mouth, and it's really dark black. So we'll see how it turns out.
Awesome. So when Diane asked me to do this dish, I wanted to do something super simple that y'all could get and make in a matter of minutes at home, but also something that you could keep on hand for those times where maybe you have a couple over for a glass of wine that turns into dinner. Maybe you have an unplanned date night. So this is all stuff that will keep in your fridge for about a month or two. The pasta will keep in the freezer, and you can pull this out, and in a matter of 30 minutes or less, you could be eating a delicious meal with the people that you care about.
Yeah, because caviar, as long as you keep it in the fridge, you can keep it for 2 months. Of course, don't open it. If you open it, you need to finish it within 2 days.
So all we've done to get started is we have a pot of water boiling for our pasta. We've salted it heavily. It should taste like kind of like seawater. And we brought that up to a boil so y'all didn't have to watch pasta water boil. Before we drop the pasta, I'm going to turn on this other burner and we're going to get our brown butter working. So we just have a frying pan over, I would say, medium heat. And we have this beautiful French butter from DR Delicacy that's going to come in your kit. We're going to use a generous amount of butter, and we're going to let that brown in the frying pan while we cook our pasta. Now this pasta is beautiful corn and caramelized onion ravioli, and it's fresh pasta that's been frozen, so it's going to cook in just 3 or 4 minutes. So by the time our pasta's done, our sauce is almost going to be ready to go. So super simple. Again, we just have heavily salted water. We're going to put our pasta in there.
And that's the pasta, what, for 4 to 6 people, no?
Yeah. One of these packages of pasta is easily going to feed, I would say, 4 hungry adults.
Yeah.
Maybe a family of 5 if there's some little kids involved. So we're just keeping this flame on high on the pasta. With the pasta, you'll know that it's done basically when they start to float.
Smells good in here.
So I'm just going to swirl this butter around. It's going to start to bubble. What we want to do is cook off some of those milk solids and get them nice toasty brown. It's going to go really nice with the corn inside the ravioli.
So there was a little spice package in the pasta. So are you going to use it, or?
It smells great. It's got a little Parmesan and thyme, I think, in it. So we may sprinkle a little bit into the sauce.
The end?
Yeah. So whenever you brown butter, it's almost like playing a game of chicken. Like, you want it to get as brown as possible without going black. So if it goes black, it's gonna get bitter, but we're getting to that point where the butter is getting nice and brown. It stopped bubbling. You can smell it. It starts to smell kind of nutty.
Yeah, nutty.
And look at that pasta. It's just starting to float. Now, one thing that I do want to do with this pasta is save some of this water to help emulsify my sauce. So I'm just gonna take like 1 ladle and set it aside. We'll use that here, and these pasta are just starting to float. I'm gonna kind of gently fish them out of here and get them into this. We'll do this off the heat maybe at home. You could dump these in through a colander into your sink if you wanted to. It'd be probably a little safer way to do this. And these are just gonna cook for about another minute in that brown butter, and I think we got enough pasta water in that first ladle. So we're gonna turn this burner off, and we'll turn this one kind of on the high.
It smells really good.
We're just gonna cook that pasta water down. You see that butter start to coat those ravioli. See those little bits of the brown butter solids there? think these are just about done. You could plate this a number of different ways. I'm going to show you 2 ways that I would plate this for myself or guests at home. Before we do that, we're just going to take that little bit of that seasoning packet. It's Parmesan thyme. We'll sprinkle that in there over the pasta. Give it another quick little toss. Beautiful. So, if you are having a planned dinner party, very easily do a kind of fancier, smaller plated if you're going to have multiple courses. I would take
an appetizer, no?
Yeah, a little appetizer. I'd take a little dab of creme fraiche. I'd take a little bit, like maybe 1 of our ravioli.
Did you open the caviar, maybe?
Oh, absolutely. That'd be great. Just kind of hiding our little creme fraiche there, a little secret.
Oh, look at this. Beautiful.
Take our mother of pearl spoon here. And I like a generous amount of caviar.
You love caviar.
I do. I like the, I subscribe to the, you know, if you're going to indulge, really indulge. So that would be a beautiful little appetizer to get your dinner started. If you wanted to do more of a plate, like you were going to eat it as its own meal, I would maybe take this creme fraiche and do something kind of sexy on the plate. Take probably a portion of this ravioli. I would do maybe 4 to 6, depending on how hungry you are. If you've got other dishes going on, just kind of scatter them about 5. I said 4 to 6. I'm going to do 7. I'll take a little bit of this brown butter and go kind of over the top. Be nice. We're going to go back to our caviar. We'll take a fresh spoon. Again, I like to indulge, so we'll put maybe a couple little mounds that people can stir through there. You know, if it's a date you're trying to impress, maybe you go with like that.
You think it worked?
And then we're just gonna finish both of these with a little bit of this smoked salt, little crunch, little texture. It's gonna play nice with that corn.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And that's it. That's the whole plate. There you go.
Beautiful. Thank you.
There you go. So this is the caramelized corn ravioli meal kit.
Yes.
From DR Delicacy. You can order it online. You can do contact us delivery.
Be online. You can text us, email Alvin, and we'll put one aside
Yeah,
for
I'll
you.
show up at your house and cook it for you.
Oh, that's even better. And don't forget, you can keep one in the freezer for emergencies.
Emergencies. Hurricane season's coming up, and it's the perfect hurricane dish.
I'll stay home for that one.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bon appétit.